Namaste, angels. It's like 5 in the morning. No, it's like 5:30 in the morning. Let me tell you what time. It's 5:33. Um, I'm still up though. So let's do a moon reading. So I'm starting out with this King of Cups. Could be a king of it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this energy could be showing up because of the moon, right? The new moon in Pisces. Or there could be a Virgo with the Hermit showing up, and a female or feminine Taurus may be in the mix. Taurus, Libra, or Gemini with the Empress showing up. So then I'm seeing the Eight of Wands. I have somebody that's a masculine energy that's really thinking about reaching out, and he's spent some real time thinking about it as the Hermit. Should I reach out? What kind of action should I take? Should I get moving on some sort of offer or approach toward this Empress? Okay, this is how he views this feminine energy. She could be an actual Empress type. Maybe she's married or a mother, a very nurturing person. Maybe she's pregnant, perhaps by him. Now I also see the Queen of Cups, both the King and the Queen upright. So a really deep connection, possibly a soulmate connection. The Ace of Wands. It's another card of fertility, perhaps pregnancy, passion, new beginnings, relationship. Um, Actually, the Virgo energy, like with this, the way astrologers, um, one of the ways astrologers will tell you what's in store for you with these moon transits is based on your rising sign. So, for example, I am a Virgo rising, and for us, this moon is going to be in our seventh house. Seventh house is the one that controls your closest one-on-one relationships. So, you know, other Virgo risings, for example, could be in store for something new. Um, and again, maybe very passionate, fiery, energetic in a relationship that we have with a very close friend or with our, employer or employees, or of course, romantic, our parents, our children, something. I'm seeing the Ace of Coins, something lucrative in one of those areas. And you can sort of look at based on your rising sign, or of course, based on your sun sign too, or even your moon sign, where in what house this is for you. So, like for example, as a Gemini sun, Pisces is my 10th house of like career. Um, so this passionate new beginning for me could be, maybe it's not going to be in romance, or maybe it's going to be in my career, or maybe I'm going to fall, for someone, or somebody's going to fall for me from, my industry, so to speak, someplace where I work or where I volunteer, so that's still working just for free. um, and then based on my moon sign as an Aquarius moon, that's Aquarius is before Pisces. So the Pisces new moon would be my 12th house of like the subconscious and endings and a lot of unknowns, which is very Piscean. So yeah, you can like those of you who know more about astrology than I do, because I don't claim to know much and certainly not everything. You can figure out in what house, and hopefully I've by the examples and showing you how it works, I've can help you. Those of you who are not that into astrology or familiar with it, figure out in what house this new moon is going to be for you, and then you can tell based on the house what kind of stuff you can expect to perhaps happen in your life. Also now the King of Wands is showing up. So he is somebody who is very confident, very passionate, very fiery, very attractive, possibly, maybe very, perhaps very physically attractive. And of course, they could be the same person. So you could have somebody who is, um, all of those things plus emotionally balanced with this King of Cups also showing up. Oh wait, was that the Knight of Wands? Because now I see the Knight of Wands. I would sworn I saw the King of Wands, but now if I did, I don't know where he went. This is the Knight of Wands that's showing up now. So this could be somebody who's more in and out, not as consistent or dependable. I'm pretty sure I saw the King. I just don't know where he got to. In any case, let's look at some energies surrounding the moon. Let's see what past issues in our life or situations, placements, in our life the moon is going to affect. And we already, before I got the words out of my mouth, we already got our card. At the bottom of the deck now, the Lovers, major arcana card, the Lovers, with this Beauty and the Beast, also showed up on the bottom of the deck in the weekly reading that I recorded prior to this. Behind the Lovers, the Seven of Coins or Pentacles upright, as well as the Nine of Cups. So, somebody could not only have wished for something, hoped for something, but put the action into it, right? Did the work also. It's like prayer without works is dead. Somebody was following, that idea and not only wished for something with the Nine of Cups, or maybe was awaiting some sort of yes answer, but did the work that they need to do to receive the yes answer or to receive the manifestation with the Seven of Coins or Seven of Pentacles, right? That is a card that is about um, getting back what you put in after patiently waiting for it. All right, so let's see what the card is that fell out because it fell face down. Um, that this moon energy is going to be touching, and it is the Four of Coins in reverse. So the new moon perhaps helping us to release something that we've been holding on to or that's been like in the way, preventing us maybe from getting those manifestations that we want, or some sort of a block. This has held us back, this thing that we're holding on to. And it's usually for something with me with the Four of Coins. It's one of these things can often be about the devil, Look at my whole chest is coming out. Can often be about like the devil, for picture like a dead end job, right? You going to this job and it's like going nowhere fast. Maybe you don't even make enough money. You're not satisfied with your pay. You don't like your coworkers or your boss. They don't like you, but you get a check, right? So that's why you still have the job. Eventually you may know, like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta find some place where I'm happier, where I'm appreciated, where my work is recognized, whatever the case may be. But in the meantime, until you let this job go and go look for another one, this job is a block. And the same could be applied to relationships, a living situation, living condition, whatever. And so that is from the past, something that we've been holding on to, that needs to go, that this new moon can help us with or will help us with. So that past block, which I guess right now is a current block until until the new moon takes care of it. This is what's taken care of. But that thing that's been a block for us in the past going away now with this moon energy, the new moon in Pisces. What about the present? What present situation would we get help from? Help with from this moon? And we got two cards that just and one that flipped over in here that didn't come out. It's the Three of Wands. The bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords in reverse. So again, I think something that had us feeling not very confident, maybe doubtful, distrustful of someone or something, maybe even ourselves. That is something that's being released in our present. So we can move into an energy that is more balanced, more reciprocal, if it has to do with another person, with a relationship with another person, regardless of the kind of, like, if we were an overgiver, right? We're constantly doing, 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 and so the person is not doing the same. Or when it comes to love, if it seems like the love is sort of unrequited, maybe not unrequited as in I'm not interested in you at all, but the other person not putting in. Maybe they're doing the prayer without works, right? Not putting in the same way that you have been. That is something that is changing in the present. Also, um, where we have a need, have a need, and the universe wants to help us out and not necessarily have us take action. So it's just like a blessing is also something that could be coming with the Six of Coins. I like to use an example of you're in the grocery store, for example, and they bring up your stuff and it's $101 is your total, and you only have $100 bill. And it's not a lot of money, but it's still, you don't have enough. And the person behind you says, here's another dollar. This is something that just came out of nowhere. Um, and perhaps not completely. It's probably because of karma that banked from a while back. But in this moment, you didn't have to do anything for it. It just came to you. And that can be, and it can be on a much larger scale, of course, too. With the Six of Coins, these can be blessings and things that come in, opportunities, money. It's something of a tangible value, even if it's not actual money, that is coming our way with this Six of Coins. It's about the universe, like, again, restoring balance. So it's your turn, it's your time, one way or another. And that card fell out with the devil in reverse. So again, something that was holding us back, there was a block that was getting in the way of our good energy and our good karma or dharma, working for us, is being removed by this new moon. And what about looking forward? Again, before I'm even done, some cards flipped over here in my hand. It's the Four of Wands and the Ten of Coins. Is the Ten of Coins? It's the Four of Wands. So maybe something really awesome happening with one's home or household, your family, a union, a romantic relationship with some real stability. Somebody could even get married, engage, or make some other sort of long-term, meaningful commitment. Meaningful commitment. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Coins. Again, the Seven of Pentacles. And it does have two people here in this card, with each one, standing, either one standing up, on the other side of a flame, a fire. So it is kind of twin flaming. And I don't know I don't know the gender of these beings, and it really doesn't matter. But whatever this one looks like, it looks like it kind of has a veil, like a wedding veil on its head. And the Nine of Cups is again behind the Seven of Coins. So that's really nice. I'm going to put the Four of Wands and Ten of Coins or Pentacles back in and see if we can get anything to actually fall out for the present. Um, in addition to those that we just saw, there's one. Ooh, it's a good one. It is a good one. Now with the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, followed by Major Arcana card Temperance and the Two of Swords, Three of Coins. The Knight of Wands is back. The Ten of Cups. Okay, but the card, more importantly, the card that fell out is Major Arcana card, the Star. And we have this person looking up to the heavens. So I keep talking about prayer and how it works. This is a woman who looks, or a being, looks like a feminine being, that looks like they are in prayer. And she's holding a little lamb which is interesting too, because we're in like the season of Lent for those who are Christian, and Jesus is referred to as the Lamb of God. So it's like it's giving it's like a really strong energy of connecting with one's spirituality or religiosity, creator, more importantly, the universe, the heavens, and in a really like genuine way, acknowledging how we're connected to that, and how when we put out what we want, it comes to us when we have faith, right? When we really believe it so. So that's a really awesome card to get. This major arcana card, the star, can be about, just open to the emperor randomly, can be about wishes being granted, right? Prayers being answered, dreams coming true, can be about things involving technology and like online dating. And so maybe that's what you've been praying for, to meet someone, and you happen to meet them online, or over via email or something like that. Some kind of virtual pen pal program. Now just randomly open to the Six of Wands and the Lovers again. I'm sorry, the Six of Wands. It looks kind of like swords, but Six of Wands with the Lovers behind it. I want to also take some romance cards to see similarly what past, present, and future this new moon will be assisting us with. Beginning with the past, what area or what situation having to do with love and romance. All right, nothing came out. Let's take it from the top. Okay, this makes sense. Past life relationship. That's what the universe is, or the new moon is going to help us with from the past. Makes perfect sense. You have known each other before. So if we couple it with this four of coins, maybe a blockage to a past life relationship is, very specifically with what the new moon is going to assist us. And then moving on to the present, where we had the devil in reverse. So again, we're being sort of freed of this devil energy, and the Six of Coins. So moving into an energy that is far more balanced and fair. Um, the universe is going to help us with finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And so I think that goes really nicely with the Six of Coins and upright and things going our way. So that's what we can look forward to with the new moon. So where our finances were being restricted, held back, or we were stuck in a situation, maybe a dead end job or something, again, we're being freed of that kind of energy so that we can move forward in our finances. And again, if you want to get more into it, maybe it has something to do with your 10th house, of career, or with your eighth house, shared finances, or with your second house, earned income, you know. Okay. And lastly, for the future, like what it's taking us into. Oh, this is nice. And this might be for what we have prayed, right, with the star. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, I mean, you can take it literally. And maybe some of us have something that we literally have to forgive our parents for. But I think it's more talking about any type of trauma we feel we've experienced childhood trauma, growing up or whatever, watching our parents' relationships, getting poor examples of and such, um, of how to love and be loved and what to sort of demand in a relationship, like what to tolerate and not. Um, could definitely be something for which we've prayed, and with that finally coming through, that may be one of the things that had to be released from the past. We got to let go of, well, I grew up a certain way, and so that's why I'm an asshole. Okay, you're grown now. You can work on not being an asshole if you so choose. It's kind of like the Love is Blind thing. I don't know if you guys watched that. I don't watch it systematically, but I watched um like the first one, like the fourth one, and now I think this is the sixth one or the fifth one or sixth one. But I think it might be. I think it's the sixth one. So I've watched them sort of randomly when I've had time to watch them. But this one I followed, and there's a one of the men on there, um, one of the would-be husbands, just spent the whole season, like from the pods, and then when they came together, and the whole time talking about how his father was a cheater. His father used to take him with him as a child to go, to meet women and cheat and whatever. And that's weird and kind of gross, actually. Um, and certainly can impact somebody and show up in their present as an adult. But to harp on it and to sort of use that as an excuse again to be an asshole, I think is not okay. At some point you got to take some responsibility and say, I'm grown. I I saw that. I realize now there was a bad example and that it caused me some trauma and some harm. But I gotta fix that. I gotta fix me, right? Um, so it's that sort of thing is what I'm getting with this. And maybe we asked, dear God, please help me to move past this, and that prayer being answered as you move into your future. But it's all tied together because I think if we didn't, release something here, and if in the present this, devil wasn't falling away, then we wouldn't get here. Oh, I didn't even notice at the bottom of the deck we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I think I said that with, I don't know which cards it was I had in my hand, but I was talking about oh, it was the King and Queen of Cups. Behind engagement, also upright, we have, so here's the engagement. We have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, which also came up in the weekly reading. You can take it literally, or I explained another way to perhaps take it in that. And it's funny because when I talked about it, I was talking about St. Francis. Um, I'm sorry, not St. Francis, St. Andrew. St. Andrew is the one with the cross, right? Yes. Um, I think I called him St. Francis the other time, so now I got to figure out what that's about. St. Francis. Maybe something having to do with a hermit? I don't know. Oh, God. Not that starting again. Anyway, forget which saint. Who cares what saint it was? The saint that, wanted to be buried on the X. And I talked about how, for me, um, it's about like sort of living and even dying perhaps on one's own terms. But when I was talking about it and talking about the crucifixion and not wanting to be, not feeling like you had the right to die like Jesus, and so you chose to be on an X instead, I wasn't thinking about the fact that it's currently Lent leading us into Easter or the resurrection or the crucifixion. So that may have some sort of meaning for somebody too. And then we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This could be a friend maybe introducing us to somebody. Maybe that's how we end up online connecting. Somebody hooks us up with a blind date, or, getting advice that's, maybe a friend has to tell you. I think it's time for you to get some therapy and move past what your parents did and all that sort of thing. But many ways our friends can help us. Maybe your friend can help you by, even from like the beginning when we saw the hermit. You say, can you, um, will you still be, if can you give me some time to myself, and will you still be here when I come back, for me to talk to you when I need you? And the people that will be, those are like real friends. Let's see if we can get any final advice though. Woo! Okay. All right, we got one. Bottom of the deck, we have now codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Sometimes the devil, when he shows up, is about some sort of addiction. But again, this is showing in the present life being freed from that. If it's an addiction tied to finances, maybe somebody is a gambler or overspends or just mismanages money because they, addicted to shopping and or, spending or whatever. But we see something turning around with that. I talked about unrequited love. Behind this codependency, we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And behind that, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I mean, that's what they're saying here. I talked about unrequited love again in terms of imbalance, but we see balance showing up in the present. But more importantly, the card that flew out for our advice is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So somebody may not act how you want them to act, or respond how you want them to respond, or look how you're used to your, love interest looking, look, act, behave, been brought up, raised, have the same kind of money or values or whatever. But we're being asked to keep an open mind. Doesn't mean they're not a good person. And from the other deck, and advice from here, we've got two. The bottom of the deck now, the Nine of Swords. So that's about fear and like sort of mental anguish, maybe overthinking and stuff. Behind it is the Seven of Coins, behind it is the Nine of Cups. So we may have, again, made a wish or gotten into prayer and even done the work, but we're still like overthinking it and worried. That I've told the people that have watched my channel over the years many times that my mother always said, if you pray, don't worry. If you worry, don't pray. So once you've done that prayer and and you've done the work, you've done the action that is associated with bringing about what it is you want to do, then you let it go. Again, let the universe have it, let God have it, whatever you feel. Aww. The two cards that fell out are the Two of Wands, which is another card that looks kind of twin flame. And this has actually, the Two of Wands has, I know people are calling it the Four of Wands now, saying that's the twin flame card. But for years, I mean, I've been doing these readings for a while, and probably started the twin flame journey around 2014, 15, 2015, in a conscious way. And it was always the Two of Wands. And this card, in this deck, it looks very like two people, as one. Looks very twin flaming. And we have the King of Wands here. And this King of Wands with this peacock, somebody's going to have to um, get out of like ego and pride. So find some balance in that area too. The confidence is good. The passion is good. The fact that you may be good looking and sexy even and interested in, sharing the wand and all that kind of stuff. All good, but this person has a lot of like ego and pride. And so that we should, tamper down a bit if we want to be able to, move the way we need to move to join as one with somebody. That's what I have for the moon. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Namaste.